All right, one more. Let's say one thing I wanted to ask you last time when we was talking about the cost of the wedding shot. This could be the last thing. Doesn't matter how much you spend on the man, and like whether it's like
he's not a feminist
absolutely.
Today.
I have this like all planned out in my head. Like,
talk to me.
Instead of an engagement ring, like once I get like that for my man, I want to get him a watch and a nice band. I think that is very like that means a lot to me to be able to provide that to
band
my man.
or like a
nice watch
And a ring.
The band or the watch.
Yeah, like when we actually get married.
Because like they call it wedding bands too. That's why I was trying to like.
Oh yeah, a nice wedding band
and the engagement part, right?
The engagement part, I want to get him a nice watch, and then I also want to get him
I would much rather get a watch than a ring.
When he proposed, you give him a watch in return.
Not in return, but like at some point, hopefully, depend if the span of the time from the time we get engaged before marriage. I want to get him engagement. But that's yeah, but that's for me, and that's one of those things where I want to be intentional in being able to say like this is a quality time, like piece. This is symbolic for the time that's invested or whatever, but this is my own personal like.
Okay, that's dope.
Me personally, I do think that I feel like something I work a lot towards is because men aren't as appreciated and as thought of and everything like that. I do desire when I am getting married or when I am with my partner, it's like to make you equally feel probably not equal, but feel appreciated.
It's so easy to.
That's my goal for my next relationship.
And all those type of things. Yeah.
The funny part about it is the equal appreciation.
Like
just
I
comes
don't want
from
my man to ever feel like nobody cares about men.
So I'm gonna tell you, simply said,
my woman do.
The equally appreciation comes from simply just saying thank you, I appreciate you, and shutting the fuck up. It ain't a fucking gift you can buy in the world that's gonna surpass that.
I show my appreciation in my way.
But that's the thing. You want to show the appreciation.
All right, let's scratch that.
It's like he's not appreciated. I want to do it my way.
I want to show the appreciation my way, but you got to understand a man.
No, I do understand.
Love. When I say you, I ain't talking about Destiny. I'm saying in general. You got to understand a man's love language because as a million and one women that feel like that. Oh no, I like gifts, so I want to buy him gifts. And then when a nigga don't appreciate the gift, or a nigga like, oh, all right, thank you. Oh my gosh, you'll never appreciate nothing. No, I really would have just appreciated you saying thank you.
I do understand that even vice versa, because I really dislike when men buy or do things that they like and not what their woman like. So I can 1,000.
Got you at a fucking Eagles game. Wolf math. What the fuck?
For your birthday, you're going to the Eagles parade.
I bought you an Xbox.
I feel like a lot of times when I be seeing people like men walk around with like their wedding band, it just looks like thought hasn't been put into it, but they be looking like content and happy. So I know that really doesn't matter for them. So if my partner communicates, I will rather, I don't know, have that money put away somewhere else or just give me this or whatever the case may be. I'm completely fine with handing over a lump sum and being like, here, you do this, put that wherever you want to. My man don't got to wear a wedding band. I'm like so non-traditional, traditional, so I'm just like.
Are you going to wear your ring right there?
Sure is, because it's going to be a rock.
It's like, this is attached to my hand, like. Do you care if your man wear his ring?
I don't, because I don't think it matters. I don't think other men look at it, and then for the most part,
and women look at it
and be like, I want him.
I'm gonna throw this.
Oh, sure, somebody want him.
He's gonna get this old
Yeah, like he married. Like no, so I don't care.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was. I think I plan to wear my ring. I believe semi-regularly, whatever. But if I'm going somewhere like to the gym or some shit, I probably won't wear it then because it just got not really practical. But I probably wear it. But I was talking to a girl recently about it, and she was like, "Nah, that's like a non-negotiable, like nigga, like you wearing like the girl was talking about
because it's sending signals." And
to not wear it or what?
To wear a ring and to not wear it, right? Especially as a woman who operates in
picking to wear it or not wear it and why.
Yeah, exactly. And then also as a woman operating like in my industry, just being around men. It's women that I know that wear rings that's not married just because it's communicated and it translates psychologically different things to different men. So it's just like
they're using men for lack of presence for protection.
I don't know. And then I also think about comfort. Like some men just don't wear rings at all. I don't think you should just automatically be required to wear this every day. I wear a ring. I always wear rings. I wear jewelry all the time. So that's another thing. I don't think he should absolutely have to, or if you don't, that means you're cheating, or you don't want to be with me, or you don't want to be married.
Oh, you left your ring on the dining room table and went out with your friends. What you trying to?
I do understand how it could be, like, that's why it's either you on or you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's circumstantially going to the gym and stuff, if that's the routine, because how you start is how it's gonna be received. So if from the day you was married, you like, I'm on my way to the gym. Sit that bitch. That's the common
Or let's say not take it off, but let's say you happen to be in the, because some people take the ring to take showers. So let's say you don't put it back on as you're getting dressed for the gym, I imagine.
However, in Atlanta, the pattern started at the beginning. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that, you know, it's like, all right, cool, this is not, I think women try to pay attention to patterns. And when they see you outside of your pattern, that's when they start to have questions, and then that's when they get themselves answered that never amount to the question that they had, because the question was based off an assumption that was not contextually centered around logic. So now it was at this response that was just a whole world and a whole story that don't exist based off this one event. But if things is the same, then they kind of just go away with the day, not even recognizing and realizing. So if you start the pattern in the beginning of not wearing it, the moment you put it on to go to the gym, why are you wearing that to the gym? It could go either way. So it just like, you know, typically them paying attention to your patterns. Like,
I hate how much credit we put on like marriage being symbolic, like through things like tangibles, like the wedding ceremony and rings and jewelry and stuff like that. But
I agree. I think that just landing on marriage in itself, I feel like if you're already on the verge of it, like congrats to you, you know what I mean? Soon enough, like probably right at the next time, at the next episode after this, you should be married, you know what I mean? Depending on how everything play out as far as in your means. But the fact that marriage is approaching, it's very, very close, right? You're married. So shout out to you for being able to go to the 10 years and actually get there, whatever the case may be. And then for the people that still...
Ironically, 10 years.
Ironically, you know what I mean? Well, everything's going to go well. Start fresh 10 years. You know what I mean? But for those of us who are still aspiring and in those phases, whatever the case may be, figure out who you have to become and become that person. I feel like everybody is going to the world with what they want in a marriage instead of going in the crib and doing the work to actually have the marriage that you say that you want. Be the partner that you want to be in the marriage, even before the marriage, so that when you get to the marriage, you already been prepping for this. Like, people understand going through training in every area of their life, but for some reason they think they can show up to a marriage or into a relationship before even a marriage without no proper training within self. So become a version of yourself that is ready for that, so that it can sustain, because relationships are not making it to marriages these days because they're being coached by outside influences, unrealistic expectations, trauma, and old heartbreaks. You got to clean that shit the fuck up. Detox that. Reinvent yourself. Unlearn and relearn the things that would be suitable and sustainable, because it's a difference between being a single man and a man in a relationship, and a man that's a dad, and a man that's a married, and a man that's all of those things. A dad that's married, and you know what I mean? So those different levels and pillars require different versions and self-development. And the same could be true for women. It's different between being a single woman at 25 and 27 and then being a woman with 2 kids at 25 and 27. Those lifestyle choices is different. And understanding that is how you know, like, all right, cool, if I do get married at 30, what might be the goal, or 31, am I ready to be able to say, I got to get rid of these choices? Because I feel like a lot of the times people want to be in a relationship but really don't want the responsibilities and the things that you got to give up. Are you willing to give up things that you normally could do to be in a relationship? Motherfuckers will want a man's protection but don't want a man's direction, and you can't get one without the other. If you want this man to show you the way, then you got to do it his way, and sometimes it means not being able to do it your way, and that don't mean that he's trying to prevent you or hold you back or halt your growth or nothing. That just means that you said you want this, and this is what it takes to have this, and this is how I'm directing you, essentially, so I can protect you. And that comes down to y'all respecting us, essentially.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So we had landed there.